everybody, I'm Haley. I want to talk to you about the bane of my existence as a book lover, and that is waiting for new books to come out. It's the most horrifying process. I'm probably the most impatient person that you know. I mean, maybe not the most impatient, but wow, am I up there. I don't have a lot of patience. So waiting for books is akin to torture, especially when it's a series that I have been following for 100 years. I'm looking at you, throne of glass. But oftentimes waiting for a standalone or a new, like the start of a new series from an author that you love, even waiting for Amazon 2-day shipping to deliver is horrible, and I'm not good at it. So, to make myself feel better, let's all just talk about some of the books that we are not so patiently waiting for. I'm not going to talk about ones either that are coming out in a year or 2 years, because that will make me think about how long I have to wait for them, and that will not make me very happy. So instead, I'm just going to stick to the ones that are coming out soon-ish. So if you don't know, I am a huge Victoria Schwab fan, V.E. Schwab. Her Shades of Magic series, as most of us know, just finished earlier this year, and it was perhaps one of the most amazing things I've ever read in the whole of my life. She has another ongoing series, This Savage Song. Okay, so I love the concept of this, in that humanity's evil manifests in the form of actual monsters. So the concept of it in itself I thought was brilliant. I loved it. So what really shines in this book for me are the characters, August and Kate. So August is a monster who desperately wants to be human, and Kate is a human who just kind of wants to be a little monstrous. The thing that I love so much about Victoria Schwab's books are the moral ambiguity, how there's not any clear good guy, bad guy. Like, yes, there are definitely, bad guy, but the good guy is flawed. They have issues like, most of us, and so the characters, and it's wonderful, and I just cannot wait for the next one to come out. The next one is This Dark Duet, and it comes out in May. I should check on that. Whoops, I was wrong. June 13th. So, our Dark Duet, second in the duology. So excited. So the next one is another that contains some of my very favorite morally ambiguous characters. See, I don't want to say it surprised me because I love Jay Kristoff. So I love his Lotus War trilogy. I love the Illuminae trilogy, which is not going to be mentioned in this video because Obsidio doesn't freaking come out for 110 years, and I'm very upset about it. Nevernight was something of a surprise for me, and the premise of it was one that I thought was super interesting. So this girl, is essentially fighting her way through assassin school. She has a cat that's kind of made of smoke and is, we don't really know what his intentions are. He seems like maybe not a great guy. His name is Mr. Kindly. So, this one, main character Mia, devoted her life to vengeance, so to get back at the people who killed her father, and to do that, she's gonna go through this assassin school to work her way up to be able to be in a position to kill the, people that she views that have wronged her. It was kind of brutal. It was kind of brutal. It hurt a little bit, but like in such a good way. I think that's really the thing that I love about Jay Kristoff is he has a way of sort of sneaking in and just like silently stabbing you in your emotions. So the second, I don't know if it's gonna be a trilogy or like more books in the series. The second in the series, however many books it is God's Grave. The cover was just released and it is magnificent, and that one comes out in September. It seems like so far away. Okay, next two are ones that are slightly closer to their release date, so that means get excited, like we're gonna have them soon. This one, The anniversary fairy loot box included this sampler, which I haven't read yet. Because, no, I have a good reason for it, because I'm terrified that once I start this, I'm gonna become wildly obsessed with it and then just like sit on my couch waiting. To be honest, I don't know a whole lot about, you know, the premise of this one. This is sort of a thing that's developed with me recently, is that if I'm starting a new series or just a new standalone, I don't read into the synopsis a whole lot. I kind of, this is especially true when it's an author that I love. If this is an author that I've read before and then I really, really love their work, I'm just gonna kind of let it take me where it takes me. This one comes out May 16th, so like next month. Very excited. Super, super excited to see where this series goes. Oh my god. So this is one that everybody is excited about. Okay, let's just also, I'm not gonna hold up like its predecessor, I'm just gonna show you the actual cover. Because it's so stunning. Yeah, hi, my name's Haley and I'm absolute Sarah J. Maas trash. Just trash. I have read A Court of Mist and Fury. I don't actually know how many times I've read it. A lot of my emotional stability depends on the outcome of this book. I've said this, I said this even before A Court of Mist and Fury came out. We have never seen Maas end a series. Never. Both of her series are ongoing. This is the first time that we will see her end a story arc. What if she doesn't believe in happy endings? I mean, like, guys, I have way too much emotional investment in these fictional characters. I readily admit it. I've taken a day off of work to read this book, so literally all I'm gonna do is read this book. May 2nd, that's when it comes out, less than a week. Not that I have a countdown or anything. I don't know that I've ever been so terrified of a book. Like, I'm straight up terrified of this book. I mean, not even excited. I'm just scared. Like, I'm scared of this book. So, you know, mild spoilers if you have not yet read Court of Mist and Fury. I hate it when they're separated. Feyre is in the Spring Court, Rhys is still in the Night Court, she's like the spy, and they're apart, they're not together, and even though, you know, their bond is still there and it's super badass and amazing, they're not together. Some other book that I recently read, the main characters didn't reunite until like the last 10% of the book. The last 10%. So I 100% know that I'm going to be reading A Court of Wings and Ruin ravenously until they're reunited. Like, that's gonna be like what I'm reading for. Just gonna be like sitting there chugging Diet Coke, trying to get through the day, and I don't think it's gonna go well for me. So those are a few of the books that I'm sort of apprehensively looking forward to that are going to be released here in the near future. Let me know down in the comments which books that you're looking forward to reading. You know, I'm always looking to add to my ever-growing TBR, so I'm sure I'll be back soon with my thoughts on A Court of Wings and Ruin. And by that I mean I'm going to be sitting here in front of the camera crying and reading my favorite parts. With it being so hot and my stubbornly refusing to turn on the air conditioner, we have a firm no touching policy unless I'm already sweating and he can add his body heat to make it all the better.